chat room. We put a lot of effort into it, and our guests put a lot of effort into it. And our guest today I can't believe how much work and effort that our guest today. He's actually backed by popular demand, and one of your favorites because it's about something that all of us need to know more about, and that's our finances. I don't care who you are. We all have finances, whether it's good or bad, and we all want them to get better. And our guest today, John Vance with the Vance Wealth Group, is with us again today. And I'm kidding. I asked John, I'm like, hey, John, why don't you help me, prepare for this? Because you know more about what your clients are asking than I do.
He brought a book report. I need all week to study this.
Holy cow, Gino. I'm serious. I mean, if you guys have been with us for the last 2 years now, that's right, over 100 shows, over 150 clips on the donandgino.com, that's DONANDGINO.com. Check it out because there are great interviewing clips on there on our YouTube channel. You can like us on our Facebook. There's a little logo at the top. There's over 100 shows on our web page. And John basically put together one of the most detailed reports I've seen. So in that case, usually we go into a word on wealth at the very beginning of our show. But after looking at the 5 pages of information that John provided us, we don't have time to even go into that because we don't want to waste any of your time in getting this valuable information that John shared with us. And we're going to go ahead and bring John into the Don and Gino show instead of the next segment. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
We're going to have to pull your mic a little closer and use that radio voice that you have.
All right, sounds good.
Oh, wow, he's making it sound bad.
I told you, he's got that nice radio voice. And for the rest of the show, we got to talk like this, Gino.
Sounds good to me, Don.
Well, thank you for joining us again, John.
It's my pleasure.
And it's funny. I'm like, John, can you help put this stuff together? And he's like, I will work on it all night. And I thought he was kidding. But like you said, I have five pages of stuff. John is a 15-year veteran in this industry and just a dynamic person in this because it's kind of like our industry. There are people that are I would call them loan officers. I wouldn't even call them mortgage planners because there's a huge difference between a mortgage planner and a loan officer.
You mean order takers?
Order takers? You got it. Basically people that just give you an interest rate. They don't actually look over your entire scenario and figure out what's best for you and how to reallocate your assets and figure out how to make sure you're paying as little interest as possible. That's what we do. That's what Don and Gino do at Cherry Creek Mortgage every week, and we love our job because of it. John is an expert. This guy dives in both feet first. And John, I'm impressed with this stuff you put together here. And he's like, that's what I do. It's no big deal. He's just shrugging his shoulders.
I actually did it this morning, so it took about 45 minutes to get it together, so hopefully it can add some value today.
Well, you've already added value just in looking through this stuff. So what we're going to do, John, if it's all right, we'll go through just kind of where we are in the markets today. Give everybody a little snapshot. Give your opinion of it because we give ours, but we go off of numbers and facts that we follow on a weekly basis because, as you know, one report doesn't make a trend. So what we try to share every single week is the trends, the directions, the corrections, and help our listeners, help you out there, figure out what you should be doing and based on those facts. And I know you work based on facts, not emotions, correct?
That's correct.
See,
we have clients who have a lot of emotions, but we got to work on the facts and help educate them so they better understand their money.
Well, you reduce those emotions by providing them education and direction. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay. So why don't we start with some of the information? Well, let's start with what got you into this business? Because people always want to know why did John Vance decide to become John Vance, the Vance Wealth Group, Inc., as opposed to doing other careers?
You know, right out of school, I had a degree in finance and economics, and I just loved the topic. And one of the things that I don't think I realized about this business is it's really about people. It's really about helping people and communicating with people. And it's not all about the finance. It's really about working with people and working with families, and that was what I really loved about it. And so that gravitated me towards developing my planning skills and so that I could really help families.
All right. You're on the same ball game as Gino and I. We like to help families.
Well, and that's the only way to go, I think, to be really fulfilled in what we do. Because at the end of the day, we're dealing with economics and finances. but it's the people side of it that makes it worthwhile.
Well, and that's why you're here today versus someone else.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine in the insurance agency yesterday, and, we all have difficulties in our jobs. And he was mentioning to me that, it's been a rough month. It happened to be a difficult month at work, and, we had a difficult month at work. It just has to do with people's timely and closings. And now one of the things we're seeing with move-up buyers and move-down buyers is real estate chains that are 2 and 3 transactions tied together, and those are very challenging. And but he said the most important thing was he got a couple thank you calls, and that's what kept him going for the rest of the couple days. And he said that's what I love to do. Just thank you calls, how important we are to people's families.
Yeah.
All right. So we are unfortunately going to go to break, but we're just teasing a little bit about some of this great information. We're going to talk about how you can improve your financial wellness, and that's what we do every single week. And John's got pages of stuff. Do not leave. Make sure you stay tuned either to your radio or your computer, and we will be right back in about 5 minutes or less on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show.